Good morning and go Spurs go. It is a new season, and with a new season, a new team, there's a new look. We're going to give you an inside look at the fan store, all of the new merchandise that you need to know for the new season. Plus,
hey guys, good morning. Today on Science with Sarah, we're going to be working with circuits, finding out which dough conducts electricity. We're with the awesome 5th graders here at Spicewood Park Elementary School, and we want to say good morning, San Antonio!
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning, San Antonio.
I love the enthusiasm of the 5th graders this morning. Thanks for being with us. Thank you for the 5th graders and Sarah and Max. We're looking forward to the Spurs stuff as well.
Okay, were you shocked that Max was spinning the ball? No, like I say every time Max has a basketball live shot, he's got to show off his skills. Yeah. I don't have that skill, but good for you, Max.
Yeah, not surprised at all. He's indoors. Luckily.
Yeah, he's indoors, even though it's beautiful outdoors. Justin Horn, 50 degrees.
Yeah, it's getting better. It was a little chilly this morning. I mean, to be outside, but now it is going to turn into a gorgeous, gorgeous day. We've got blue skies out there. Temperatures will warm up pretty quickly. Let's look at some of the lows this morning. They were pretty impressive. Here in San Antonio, we dropped down to 46, 44, New Braunfels, 42, Seguin, 38 in Kerrville this morning. Coldest we've seen in about 6 months or so. So what a change that cold front brought to us. As we look at the big swing in temperatures today, yes, we start off at 46, but we make it all the way up to 75 this afternoon, nearly a 30-degree swing in temperatures. That's what you get with the dry air, so you can probably lose the jackets later today. Let's look at some of the weather headlines. Yes, beautiful weather this afternoon for sure, and as we go forward in time, not as cold tomorrow morning, still chilly, but not as cold. And the humidity starts to rise by the weekend. That brings more clouds, and then we have some rain chances to talk about. That arrives Monday into Tuesday, but there's many questions here about the timing and how this is all going to work out. We're going to sift through some of those details coming up here in just a bit and talk about how much rain and when we could possibly see that. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Justin. A quick look at the roads with TransGuide. This is a camera out here at Highway 281 in Tacoma. So these are the southbound lanes of 281. There's an accident there. This is near Wurzbach Parkway, and you can see a pretty significant slowdown. So if you can avoid that area, it might be a good idea at this hour. And top stories this morning, a driver is dead after he crashed into a pole early this morning. It happened around 2:30 a.m. on Rice Road near South W.W. White. Investigators say the man was driving too fast, lost control, and rolled his vehicle, crashing into that pole. He died at the scene. Now we're told no other vehicles were involved in this crash.
And San Antonio police responded to a crash on Couples near Highway 90 in General McMullen last night. Officers believe it involved a pedestrian. So far, there's no word on any injuries just yet. Traffic was heavy in the area late last night as police crews worked the scene. You can see it right there. Investigators are expected to release more information about this incident later today.
And here's today's 9 at 9.
The president unveiling a plan to help bring down gas prices today. It's being broken up into 3 steps, including releasing another 15 million barrels of oil from the nation's stockpile. Plans to buy oil for the Strategic Petroleum Reserve when prices go down, and going after oil companies who have seen record profits this year.
Prosecutors plan to file more charges against the man accused of being a serial killer in California. Wesley Brown Lee was in court yesterday, charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and ordered to be held without bond. He is accused of killing 6 people over the summer in or near Stockton, California. Prosecutors say they have evidence from the murder scenes and cell phone data that links Brown Lee to the crimes.
Tesla is facing questions over the safety of its autopilot feature after a 3rd deadly crash involving a Tesla and a motorcycle. All 3 crashes happened in the early morning hours. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration launched investigations into the first 2 crashes and is now gathering information on the 3rd.
The older you get, the more you need a good night's sleep. New research shows people 50 and older who get less than 5 hours of sleep a night are more at risk of having serious health problems such as cancer, heart disease, stroke, dementia, and other chronic conditions. People in their 70s had a 40% higher risk of developing a serious medical problem.
Shelves are fuller than they used to be, but many families with new babies in the U.S. are still having trouble finding baby formula. According to a market research firm, just 18% of powdered formula was out of stock the first week of October, compared to about 30% in July. But that is still higher than before the nationwide recall of baby formula and the subsequent shutdown of a major manufacturing plant in February.
Inflation is causing some changes to your taxes for the 2023 tax year. The standard deduction will go up about 7% to nearly $28,000 for married couples, and income levels that trigger higher tax brackets are also being raised. The changes will show up in the tax returns you file in early 2024.
The USDA is offering debt relief to thousands of financially struggling farmers. The agency announced more than 13,000 farming operations have received nearly $800 million. Most of the farmers have direct and guaranteed farm loans that are past due. The money comes from funds allocated for farmers under the Inflation Reduction Act.
Strong summer travel has turned into strong profits for United Airlines. It beat expectations with revenues of nearly $12.9 billion and turned a profit of $942 million. United says it expects to see strong demand through the rest of the year.
Netflix appears to have a plan in place to crack down on password sharing starting next year. They started testing two features earlier this year. The profile transfer feature allows users to transfer their current profiles to a new paid account. And for those who want to continue to share their account with family and friends, the extra member option allows users to create sub-accounts under their main account for an additional fee. And that's today's 9 at 9.
Go Spurs, go! The Silver and Black open up their 50th season later this evening here at home.
Max Massey joins us live from the AT&T Center. And Max, okay, you're in the arena, but I can tell you're in the store.
I'm actually, I want some swag now.
Yeah, looks good.
We all want the swag, especially the new swag. So first and foremost, Sarah, I love the enthusiasm. You're right. Go Spurs, go. We know it's a new team, new look team, and for that, new look merch. I want to start here. This is kind of like the 90s secondary logo, so a way back throwback to the David Robinson era. And speaking of throwbacks, you know, take a look at this jersey. Obviously, I had to rock it. George Gervin, special classic. Oh, yeah, look at that. Making myself part of the news. Joined here with Mike. So, Mike, tell us about this jersey. Why is it so special?
Yeah, Max. So we're just celebrating 50 historic years with the Spurs, and Nike decided to go ahead and come out with the classic look edition that's going to throw it back to where it all started. So you can't beat humble beginnings. This is the humblest as it get, and then we went on just going to 5 championships. So that's why the classic means so much to the city, since it's bringing back the old school.
And there is so much new this year. I want to take a look. You guys have a whole display set up. Obviously, paying a lot of respect to Manu Ginobili. You know, what do you have to pay homage to Manu?
So we got everything and anything Manu Ginobili, of course, with it being the 50th, with Manu Ginobili's Hall of Fame enshrinement night. We have everything from posters, shirts, hoodies, and we're even going to have the classic jersey available and Manu Ginobili in the store tonight. If you can't make it out to the game, we also offer everything at the Spurs shop at La Cantera and SpursFanshop.com.
All right, so speaking of the game tonight, it is 7 o'clock hosting the Charlotte Hornets, and everyone who comes to the game tonight, they get one of these cool new jerseys. Now, you're going to have to explain, or jerseys, shirts, you're going to have to explain to the people watching and explain to me a little bit, what's going on in this?
No problem, Max. So, yeah, that's the NBA paint collection that the Spurs have partnered up with. And basically, it's just iconic Manu moments, right? You got his classic Euro step, the classic victory roar, and, of course, the victory lap, hands in the air. So just paying little bits of, in a cartoonish way, to paying homage to Manu. He's the great. He's the greatest.
It's true. And, you know, talking about some of the greats, we have a special George Gervin bobblehead. Tell the people why this bobblehead is so special. I also want to mention, guys, this is kind of an exclusive because this doesn't even get released until November 7th.
Yeah, so throughout the whole season, there's going to be different collections and origin nights, and George Gervin's going to be the first one. If you get all these bobbleheads together, it's going to create an awesome river parade barrage where we went ahead and celebrate every championship. So go ahead and collect them all, but you got to come to the game to come get them.
All right, and again, that game, 7 o'clock tonight, hosting the Charlotte Hornets. Now, like I said, it is a new look team. Take a look here. One of the newest players, Jeremy Sohan, he's going to be on display tonight. And guys, I'm excited. I'm excited for the season. And Sarah, Steph, like you guys said, go Spurs, go. If you have any questions, we're going to have all those answers, KSAT.com. And of course, our sports guys are going to have everything you need to know about the Spurs. Back to you
Max,
guys.
bring me a shirt back.
Right? I'll take a bag.
I want the free shirt. The free one.
He's thinking
What
about
free
it.
shirt? There's nothing free in life, Sarah.
It's
Okay.
after you have to go to the game.
Okay.
Have to go to the game.
Okay.
Thanks, Matt.
Give me a shirt. All right. Thanks, Max. It's 9:08 and 53 degrees.
And coming up on GMSA at 9, a post-pandemic economy might not be the ideal time to start a business, but one young woman isn't letting that hold back her dreams. She is opening her small shop today, and she shares with us how she's making sure her business empowers other women.
All right, we're looking at Sarah Spivey. She's the best teacher. Can we just say that?
She's got them engaged.
Yeah, she's got them engaged. She is doing an experiment, Science with Sarah, with fifth graders today, along with David Sears. You don't want to miss this really cool experiment. I believe it involves vegetable oil and obviously cooking measuring cups. She'll tell us all about that when we come back.
And welcome back. It's 9:12. Today is the day a young entrepreneur opens her doors to her small business.
Marilyn Moritz shares her story and how her shop is all about empowering women.
Pink neon is the first sign this shop runs on girl power.
And we have a bunch of different styles so that everyone can find something.
It's the Alicia Collective Company, where owner Emily Howell sells her designs.
Kind people are my kind of people. This one's a really good seller.
And she leases space to others who sell everything from stationery to scrunchies.
My primary goal in setting up this store was to give the female small business owners a home and a place for them to be able to step their foot into retail.
Like Leah Nanez, who bakes earrings made of clay in her kitchen oven.
We even do like themed ones like the conchas, San Antonio. We love pan dulce, so we do like some conchas.
And Gabrielle Richter, who launched her fashion boutique just as the pandemic hit.
We had done one pop-up and then everything shut down, which was a little nerve-wracking.
Sustainability is also important. For instance, this business sells toothpaste tablets, so no tube. This is a shampoo bar. It replaces 3 plastic bottles.
The business is a bold step for Howell, who started making stickers as a hobby.
It all started with a sticker.
What was the sticker?
It was a UTSA sticker, actually.
Where she attends college, studying public health, reflected in her products.
And we have invest in your mental health. We have a lot of different, self-care type of designs.
Howell is only 20 years old and already built her business one sticker and t-shirt at a time.
Whenever I first started my business, I invested in a Cricut and an iPad. I did like made-to-order shirts in the beginning, did not have inventory, kept saving my profits and investing, saving my profits and investing.
She's still investing, this time in a sisterhood. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
I was looking at Justin's graphic, and you'll see it in a minute. It's so funny because what I read, Sarah, is I saw love this morning.
Oh my gosh. Love this morning.
As opposed to Lowe's this morning.
I mean, that applies.
Well,
Yeah,
we
for some
do
of us,
love
yeah.
this morning.
I think we all do. I mean, it was one of those, you don't have to, turn on the AC. You can
Nice and cool.
It just feels so good. It really is a good change. It's been like 6 months since
Wait, this long time waiting. But is it going to stick around?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, we'll have another chilly morning tomorrow, and then things start to warm up. So let's look at the numbers. Not love this morning, but lows this morning.
Love this morning.
46 degrees in San Antonio, 44 New Braunfels, 38 Kerrville, 38 in Fredericksburg. So we did get some 30s on the map, 52 down in Carrizo Springs. There was a little more cloud cover out west, so temperatures stayed up there. But as we look around Bexar County, 45 at Port SA, got down to 46 at Stinson, and 43 at Randolph this morning. What a change. Which brings us to our next question. When is the average first freeze? If you were curious, around San Antonio, we averaged November 30th. But keep in mind, there is a wide range of dates in which this can happen. The pink color there across the hill country, that represents October 31st and November 6th. So we're kind of coming up on the average first freeze in the hill country. Have not seen it yet. And then as you go farther south, the dates, it takes a little bit longer to get that first freeze in place. But in San Antonio, our earliest freeze we've ever seen is October 30th, and that was back in 1917. So not quite there yet. And there are no freezes in the forecast going forward. Right now, we've got clear skies, 53 degrees at the airport, 56 Stinson, 54 Kelly. Still in the 40s in Randolph, 49 there with calm winds. And temperatures are still in the low 40s in places like Comfort and Kerrville, 42 in Bandera, 49 Canyon Lake, Everyone else starting to make their way into the 50s. And eventually we'll see some 70s this afternoon. It turns into a really, really nice day. 65 degrees noontime, 74 by 3 o'clock, 75 4 p.m., 74 at 5 p.m. And we'll get a light wind out of the south. This evening, like yesterday, once the sun goes down, those temperatures fall off quickly, and we're down into the mid-60s by 8 o'clock. How about the dew points? Well, obviously they're low right now. We've got a lot of dry air in place, but they climb pretty steadily. You won't really notice it until we get into Saturday and Sunday, and that's when you start to feel the humidity a bit. And it will also be much warmer over the weekend. And then with that kind of humidity, will we see rain with our next storm system? A lot of questions there. So as we look across the country, notice how quiet it is. You're talking, I'd say 80% of the country is seeing nothing. Not even cloud cover at this point. It really is just the Great Lakes with some lake effect snow and some rain, and then a little bit of rain across South Florida. The lows this morning, much colder off to our east. This big trough, that's where all the cold air has been. And there were freezing temperatures all the way down to Jackson, Mississippi this morning. It was down to 30, 36 in Atlanta, 31 St. Louis, 25 in Kansas City. That cold air eventually moves away, and we see the pattern change a little bit. So we're going to fast forward all the way to Saturday. Here's what I'm watching. Trough up across the northwest, an area of low pressure just off the coast of California, and potentially a tropical system in Roslyn. Hasn't developed yet. We think it will. Those three things, the question will be whether or not they come together and the timing. If they can all kind of coincide, we get the trough coming through, bringing the front with a cutoff low, and then some moisture coming in from the Pacific, then our rain chances would be pretty high on Monday. The problem with that is to get all that to happen in concert, kind of difficult. The models aren't really agreeing if that's going to happen. As of right now, I think we still do have some decent rain chances on Monday. And if we do get some of that Pacific moisture, then there could be some pockets of heavy rain. Just something to watch. As we get into Tuesday, probably some lingering rain chances, and then we'll clear out thereafter. So right now we're putting in a 30% chance Monday, 20% chance Tuesday, but that is subject to change. Your extended forecast, 83 Thursday, 86 Friday, 88 Saturday, 88 Sunday, and breezy over the weekend. And then there are the rain chances Monday and Tuesday.
Well, at least we have rain chances after humidity. The payoff.
Yes.
Well, yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope that the humidity, we can squeeze it out and turn it into some good rain.
Hey, did you get your Halloween pail from McDonald's yesterday? They came out yesterday.
No.
Okay, there's time.
Is it free?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's $3.82.
It's free
Happy Meal.
with your Happy Meal.
Yeah,
here.
Take your daughters.
Here's a picture.
Oh my gosh.
The Happy Meal.
All right, it's 9:19 and 54 degrees.
And coming up, high school water polo regional semifinals are this weekend, and the matchup between Brandeis and Alma Heights proved to be the game of the night. Andrew Seeley will have highlights from that game next half hour.
Sarah's doing her thing with fifth graders. She's about to do science with Sarah. There's David Sears. He's lurking in the background there.
Hi,
okay,
guys.
They are doing some kind of electricity with Play-Doh experiment.
Yeah, some kind of dough experiment to see which dough has a better conductor. So we'll see that coming up.
All right, it's time for another Science with Sarah this morning, and David and they are hanging out with the fifth grade class at Spicewood Park Elementary.
Well, good morning, guys. What kind of experiment are you guys doing?
Hey guys, so today we're testing what kind of dough is conductive, you know, regular sugar dough or a salt-based Play-Doh. So first,
what about
David,
the other kind of dough?
What's up, money?
The green dough.
Ah, well, it's conductive for other reasons.
I don't have any. So
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a half cup of flour in here, which I already did beforehand. David, if you want 1.5 cups of flour, rather.
Right?
Yep, and if you want to put a half cup of sugar, we're just going to make a simple dough here. Half cup of sugar. Yep, and then while you're doing that, I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil in there. You could go fancy with an olive if you want, but let me tell you, vegetable oil is affordable. So I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and then David's going to put half a cup of distilled water. It's important that the water is distilled. We don't want any impurities in the water. So he's going to put it in there, and then you're going to mix it up a little bit here. That's a very simple dough. While he's mixing... he'll need it in a second. While he's mixing it up, we have an LED here. Now the LED has a longer wire, which is the positive side, and a shorter wire, which is the negative side. What we've also got is a 9-volt battery with some connector wires to it as well, and we're going to test the conductivity of this dough.
When do I get to dig in?
You can dig in now.
Okay,
He can use his hands to knead it all up. Let's move that out of the way.
Right.
I feel the need to knead. These wonderful 5th graders here have already started making their dough ahead of time, so that way we could get going. So, David, that looks perfect. If it ends up being a little bit too sticky, you can add some more flour. What I want you to do is I want you to take 2 globs of that dough, little tiny globs, like really small pieces. And at the same time, I'm going to take 2 small pieces of this Play-Doh. It's black Play-Doh in theme for Halloween, I guess. Okay, so 2 small globs, so let's split that up even more. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to separate these wires as much as possible so they can be farther away from each other. We're going to stick the positive side in on the right here and the negative side in on the left. And what I want you to do, David...
Can't touch them.
Can't touch them. And I want you to take this battery and put the positive side, which is the red wire, and the negative side in there. Let's see if the LED lights up. Oh my gosh, so it did light up a little bit, but not all that much. And the reason that it lit up is probably because there's some impurities in the water, just slightly. Let's test out the Play-Doh, though, and see what happens when we do that. All right, we've got Play-Doh here. All right, so this is the positive side right here, and that's the negative side. Let's see what happens.
This one right here?
Yep, can you see that? Okay. Whoa! Look how bright that light is. So guys, what was more conductive, the dough we just made or the Play-Doh? So what we're going to do after the break is we're going to have you guys make some circuits, try to make them, decorate them however you can for Halloween, and we want to see what you guys come up with. How does that sound? Yay! Awesome! Okay, well, we'll be right back after this.
You need to cook that.
Hi guys, welcome back. We're doing Science with Sarah. We're making circuits out of dough. Oh, y'all can keep on talking. One of the reasons, oh my gosh, we've got some excitement going on over there. One of the reasons why the Play-Doh is so conductive of electricity. I'm sure you've tried a little Play-Doh when you were a kid. Ate it? It's a little bit, yeah. It's pretty much salt, okay? So the salt is baked in there. These awesome kiddos are starting to make their circuits here.
Okay, Mackenzie's going to show us how to. Okay,
so
Mackenzie's got her dough, and she's got the positive and the negative spread out. The dough's not touching, right, Mackenzie? Okay, let's see what happens when you light up the dough. So that's the positive side, and that's the negative side going into.
Just a little light. You see, just a
light,
little.
Right? Okay, so now let's do the Play-Doh and see what happens. So she's getting the Play-Doh together. So the Play-Doh is more. What are we looking for?
The longer side.
Right.
Yeah.
So see if it conducts the electricity better. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. That is awesome.
So what do you think about all that?
I think that if you put like the dough, it only lights up a little bit, but when you put the Play-Doh, like if you just touch it, it'll light up.
Lights up pretty good. So do you know the difference?
Yeah.
What did Sarah say?
So like the batter, it only lights the light up a little bit, but when you do the Play-Doh, it lights up a lot.
Yeah, the dough lights up and the Play-Doh lights up more because of why? Remember?
It lights up more because.
Is it salty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that conduct electricity better?
So the salt conducts its electricity. So if I went home and put a lot of salt in my dinner, would I conduct more electricity? I'd be like lighting up the world if I ate a lot of salt then. Good.
David, you need to watch your sodium intake. That's what
that's
you
why
said.
you gotta watch your sodium intake, because you'll be lighting up everything. These girls did great.
These girls did so great. One thing that you'll notice is with your kids, when you're troubleshooting
So how are we doing over here?
you'll want to make sure that the Play-Doh does not touch each other. So if the Play-Doh is touching itself, touching each other, it's not going to light up because it's creating a short circuit. But if the Play-Doh is separate from each other, you'll see a light up. It light up. So that's another really cool example of conductivity here. Boom! awesome. It's so much fun. So, you guys, have y'all been able to create any shapes out of your... Oh my gosh, look at this. I don't know if you can see this.
So what kind of shape is that? What did you create?
Well, it's really not a shape.
It's kind of abstract.
Yeah, so he was like, hey, let's combine our things together. So I said, okay, so I gave him my thing. And then, bam, it's working.
Awesome. They actually ended up doing 2 9-volt batteries. Really cool. And notice how their Play-Doh is not touching. So great job. What's your name? Jonathan and Adriana did awesome with this experiment. All right, let's see this one.
Oh,
look
that's
at
like
this.
a bridge. Look at that.
Ah, so cool.
So what was the idea behind these 2 pieces of Play-Doh? What were you trying to build there?
I was trying to build like legs.
Oh, legs.
Yeah.
So it's a walking light bulb. We like that. See,
That's
it moves.
incredible.
And you saw the difference between the dough and the Play-Doh. All right, so why is there a difference? Do you remember?
Yeah, because the dough would, it would only light up a little bit because I had to think there's something in the water.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And why does the Play-Doh light up? It has something to do with the salt, right?
Yeah.
See?
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much. This group of 5th graders has been awesome here. And if you want to do this experiment home, details are going to be up there. We'd love to see your pictures and what you create with your kids as well. So with Science with Sarah, this is Sarah and David.
So test yourself. See if you're smarter than a 5th grader at home. Good luck.
Yeah. Well, with that experiment, it's a big test.
Yeah, no.
You are. Y'all did great.
It was a tough experiment. Good job, guys. Loved it.
Great job
Thank you, Sarah.
to the 5th graders, to Sarah.
Thank you,
and
David.
to David.
Awesome.
I like seeing the little light bulb.
I know.
Yeah, light up. That was a good job out there by the 5th graders.
All
Taking a
right.
look out there with live cam, 55 degrees. It's nice.
It's beautiful out there. Justin, I feel like we actually have the heater on in the studio, or like it's warm in here because it's actually cold outside.
I don't know. It feels good to me. It's always cold in there, so I think. It
Right.
feels
No,
good.
I feel great. I'm nice and toasty.
Feels nice.
We're about it.
Yeah, it was a chilly morning. All those kids you just saw there with doing Sarah's Science Lab, they're going to be out at recess soon, and they're going to be loving it, loving this weather. Speaking of light bulbs, take a look at this. This is on our KSAT Connect. This is a spider web to keep the creepy things away. Like it. Love the enthusiasm here for Halloween. We're getting ramped up, and it's starting to feel more like fall weather and Halloween type weather. People have been asking me, what is it going to be like on Halloween? Still too early to say, but hopefully we'll get a cool, crisp night like we saw last night. Pollen count, it's in. It's all good news. Molds are low. They're at 480. No big deal there. And temperatures now starting to warm up after our morning low of 46. We're up to 53 at the airport. 48 Bernie Stage, 46 Comfort, 44 in Bandera. You'll see 50s across the board here pretty soon. In the KSAT 12-hour forecast, 65 noontime. We're up around 75 by 4 p.m. That's pretty ideal weather. Sunny skies, light winds, you can't beat it. And then once the sun goes down, we'll see those temperatures fall pretty quickly. 63 by 9 p.m. Guys, we've set a new record again this year, another heat record, even though it's cool today. We're going to talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes.
Justin, taking a quick look out there with TransGuide. Situation going on there at I-10 at Presa. We can't tell if this is a crash or a stalled vehicle, but it looks like they are getting some help. Again, a big slowdown there for right now, but things are moving just slowly at this point. And last night, high school water polo teams hopped into the pool with their eyes on advancing to this weekend's regional semifinals.
Exciting stuff. The final matchup between Brandeis and Alamo Heights proved to be the game of the night. Andrew Seeley was on deck for that game, and he has the highlights.
Once trailing 11-7 midway through the fourth quarter, the Brandeis girls water polo team rallied with 5 straight goals to stun Alamo Heights in the regional quarterfinals. They win it 12-11 and punch their tickets to this weekend's regional tournament.
It was very nerve-wracking. It was a really scary game, but I'm really proud of our team. Like overall, we wouldn't be able to do it without every single one of us. I got that shot because of my team.
My motto with the girls is 4 quarters. It's 4 quarters and 4 quarters and 4 quarters. So that then going in, like we keep fighting to the end no matter what. And once there was a couple of ejections on their end, we knew that we were right in there, and we were just going to keep on playing our game.
The Broncos were one of 4 area teams to advance. Joining them in Saturday's regional semis, the Brennan Bears, who defeated Health Careers 11-7. Meanwhile, on the boys' side, Clark used a fourth-quarter surge to turn a 10-7 lead into an eventual 17-8 victory over their district rivals, Brandeis.
That felt good, I won't lie. Fourth quarter, we got in there. We started really strong. We played really strong together. We had really good passes. We just finished it off better than them.
Last but not least, the Bernie champion boys cruised past Alamo Heights 18-9. The Chargers did it in the same venue where the first UIL State water polo tournament will be held this year, Josh Davis Natatorium. For more highlights from all 4 of these matches, head on over to the BGC page at KSAT.com. For Good Morning San Antonio, I'm Andrew Seeley.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Now looking to the NFL, Washington Commanders owner Dan Snyder is under fire for allegedly spying on other owners to dig up dirt on them.
So Snyder denies these claims, but the controversy could be the last straw after a wave of other allegations that go far beyond football.
ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the latest on this developing story.
This morning, a rarity in the NFL. Team owners appear to be turning their back on one of their own. It could mean the clock is running out for scandal-plagued Washington Commanders owner Dan Snyder.
There's merit to remove him as owner.
Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay becoming the first team owner to publicly call for Snyder to be removed from the league. Snyder's team has already been fined $10 million over claims it fostered a culture of sexual harassment. And Snyder himself was the subject of a congressional probe into allegations he sexually harassed female employees.
He left his hand on the middle of my thigh until I physically removed it.
That prompted another league investigation. Snyder denies the claims. And now the latest bombshell, ESPN reports Snyder hired private investigators to dig up dirt on other NFL owners and Commissioner Roger Goodell. Snyder reportedly said he's got enough dirt on them to, quote, blow up the league.
This is the first step for the end of Dan Snyder. There are too many owners. I told you, they're not going to take this lying down. That Dan Snyder is digging up dirt on them. That immediately calls to mind blackmail for me, and these owners aren't going to take that.
Snyder now responding to the ESPN report, calling it patently false, adding, "I have never hired any private investigator to look into any owner or the commissioner." A vote to remove Snyder could come as soon as this winter. 24 of the 32 owners would need to agree to remove him.
Commissioner Goodell says there should be no discussion on Snyder's ownership until the league's investigation into those sexual harassment allegations is completed. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
It's 9:40 and 56 degrees.
You're watching GMSA at 9, and we'll be right back.
Okay, so all the high school kids who got their Letterman varsity jackets, they actually got to wear them for the first time this morning.
What a treat.
It's 56 degrees now. Earlier, we dropped down to 46 earlier this morning, Justin.
We did. Things you don't think about. I would have never thought about that Letterman's jacket, but yeah, you're right.
Okay, in South Texas, when you
It's a big deal.
when you get your Letterman and you get it at the beginning of the school year, like in August, and you're like,
Too hot.
when can I wear it? Where can I wear it? And then you're like, bam.
Now's the
See
time.
that?
Now's the time.
Costa, that's right.
Yes, showing it off.
And for the next few days, at least, or in the morning.
Yeah, you'll be able to wear it again tomorrow morning, I'd say. And then after that, the morning's kind of warm up a little bit. Hey, here's a record. We set all sorts of records this year. I mean, left and right. But this is yet another one. For number of 90-degree days plus, we've had 155. That is enough to set the record.
Wow.
Beating out 2011. And 2006, 1956, and 2020. And by the way, we still could get another 90-degree day. It's entirely possible. I mean, we've seen 90s well into December before, so it's...
These aren't good records, Justin.
No, these aren't good records.
No.
Remember, we fell just short of the 100-degree days.
And hopefully that does not happen.
Well, I went on the record and said, oh, yeah, it's going to happen. We're going to set the record for 100-degree days, and it didn't happen. So I'm not going to say it unequivocally here.
Okay.
But I think it's entirely possible. As we look at the forecast high temperatures as we get into the weekend, 88. Could we get 90? It's possible Saturday or Sunday. So it'll be something to watch. That would set the record for most 90-degree days in a year. We just know 2022 has been very hot. So it's days like this that make it so much better. 53 degrees at the airport. East-northeasterly winds at about 5. Dew point is at 38, so the air is very dry. 48 Kerrville, 48 Fredericksburg. Everyone else, for the most part, is in the 50s now. And you'll see these numbers warm up very, very quickly into the 60s and eventually 70s by this afternoon. 47 Boulevardy, 51 Canyon Lake, 52 right now in New Braunfels. And here are the forecast highs. We'll go 75 here in town. Low to mid 70s for most of the area. And then as we get into tonight, we'll see the temperatures drop off again. Not as cold as this morning, but still chilly. 49 here in town. I think Kerrville could be in the mid 40s again tomorrow morning. 48 Bandera, 49 San Marcos. So yes, jacket weather again tomorrow. Here's the big picture. And we've got some lake effect snow going on across Michigan. There were some big snowfall totals with this last storm system. So this was a chunk of cold air. We got kind of the glancing blow, but there's been some really cold readings up across the Midwest and the East Coast. And you see some of that snow right now. Places like Buffalo, Cleveland. Cleveland was seeing a mix earlier of rain and snow, but it is that cold to get that kind of weather. And as we look at the tropics, we switch from cold weather to warm weather. Let's go down to the Pacific. Here's the coast of Mexico here. This system has about a 90% chance of development, likely becomes Rosalind. And the question becomes, do we see some of that moisture? It's possible with the setup. You see that the forecast for this storm system is to be pulled into Mexico and eventually up into South Texas. It's going to be a matter of timing. So that trough moves away, and then we watch a cutoff low off to the west, and then another trough building across the west, and there's Rosalind. If these three things can kind of coincide and come together, we get a frontal boundary, we've got the upper low off to the west, and then moisture from Rosalind, then rain chances would be really good. I just don't know that we're there yet. The models are not agreeing on the timing of all of this. So right now we're going to put our best rain chance on Monday, and it's just 30%. But if things can kind of come together, as I said, we'll be able to raise those rain chances. But Monday and Tuesday are the days to watch. 83 Thursday, 86 Friday, and awful warm this weekend, as we showed you. Not only that, it'll be a little more humid too. Overnight lows go from 40s back up to near 70 by Monday morning and early next week. Stay tuned, because hopefully we can raise those rain chances a little bit.
I hope so. Did you letter in anything in high school?
Basketball. Yeah.
Oh,
wow. Of
Yeah.
course.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
Did you do any sports in high school?
No, I didn't do any sports at all.
I thought you were saying I didn't do anything. I was like,
no, I did a lot. I did a lot, just not sports. Yeah.
Well, now she's a phenomenal runner.
I picked it up later.
She gets a Letterman in adult running.
Yes. Adult running. I can't wait for my jacket.
Yes.
She's still waiting for her jacket to come in. All right, 9:47 and 56 degrees.
And when we come back, a look at the new
Julia Roberts and George Clooney are returning and reuniting to the screen this weekend in a rom-com set in a tropical island.
But they're not playing the couple in love. CNN's David Daniel has a look at the new movie Ticket to Paradise, which comes
received the script amid the isolation of the COVID-19 shutdown.
To read something that was outside, like that was such a big element of the movie. The sun, the sea, people in nature.
A lot lately on things that are rather dark, and I think we needed it. I know I did, and I think that we felt like other people might feel that same way.
Of course.
Suffer for my art.
Yes.
You know that.
And therefore makes us all suffer for his art.
Everyone must suffer.
David Daniel.
The NBA regular season tipped off yesterday, and today the Spurs have their first game of the season against the Charlotte Hornets. Yes, go Spurs, go. This season is also the 50th anniversary of the Silver and Black in San Antonio. So the game begins at 7 p.m. at the AT&T Center, and we're going to have those highlights tonight on the Night Beat.
All right, also go Astros. Tonight is also game 1 in the ALCS, and the Astros are hosting the New York Yankees. It will be the 8th time the two teams have faced off this season. Yordan Alvarez and Jeremy Pena have been the top performers for the Astros. Meanwhile, Anthony Rizzo and Aaron Judge have been leading the Yankees to victory. So the game begins just after 6:30 tonight at Minute Maid Park. We'll have those highlights as well on our 10 p.m.
And traffic is still slow going over there at I-10 at Pressa. We hear this is close to Provant. You can see that they are receiving some help, but again, that situation is not solved. So if you can avoid this area, might be a good idea right now.
Is there anyone going for the Yankees tonight? I'm just asking the question.
Not here.
Not in this studio.
I'm probably going to get a few emails, but
Definitely will. My phone's probably
Stros.
going to get some text on that. So
75 degrees today, 49 tomorrow morning, 83 Thursday, 86 Friday. We're going to get more humidity, a few more clouds over the weekend, and then rain chances early next week. Probably on Monday. Again, timing's still a little bit up in the air, but that's what we're looking at right now, 30% chance. Temperatures will be fairly warm going into next week as well.
Very good. So we've been talking about the Happy Meal pails all morning.
Yep.
So it seems like some people are willing to pay a high price for nostalgia.
that's right. McDonald's adult Happy Meal toys are being resold online at inflating prices. So how high exactly? Well, one eBay listing is offering 3 of the collectible toys still unwrapped for $300,000.
Wow. McDonald's adult Happy Meals sold out quickly after they were available, and for some people, the toys inside are a must-have. It's not clear right now if McDonald's will bring back more adult Happy Meals, but it does appear there is a demand for them. But right now, Sarah and I are excited about
because
buckets.
There's definitely a demand for these Halloween pails. They're actually a lot smaller, or maybe I'm just like an adult now and I remember them being bigger.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think they're a little smaller, and I think, well, we're bigger. So
shrinkflation.
Right.
Shrinkflation.
So it looks a little smaller, but you can see there's 3 of them that will be coming out eventually. It started yesterday. Yesterday, I think,
was the
ghost.
In San Antonio, we're hearing it was the ghost, and they
in Laredo, some family in Laredo said they got the pumpkin yesterday after getting the ghost. But we're told an employee here said that after they ran out of the ghost, that we'll get the pumpkin.
Yeah, so it's not really a day-by-day thing. It's when the store that's participating runs out of whatever
something.
they have. So right now it's a ghost, and it'll be hopefully the pumpkin. And that's not a witch. Apparently it's a goblin.
It's a goblin.
That makes perfect sense.
But it's a witch hat if you look closely.
I
at the top, right?
Well, I'm way behind, but why did the toys have like 4 eyes? Isn't it? What's
Well, because when you turn the pail around, there's different faces.
No, the little.
He's talking about the other toys.
Oh, those toys. Oh, yeah.
Bye.
I don't